The tragic death of a child has deep and complex roots in society. This kind of event reveals the moral, social, and psychological structures of our communities. According to Immanuel Kant's theory of moral duty, every person should respect the rights of others. A child's right to life is one of the most fundamental human rights. Kant believed that treating a person as a means to an end, rather than an end in themselves, is a moral failure. Taking a child's life as if it were a worthless object goes against Kant's universal moral laws. Furthermore, from the perspective of Aristotle's virtue ethics, this kind of violence is linked to society's failure to teach its members virtue and righteous behavior. If a society cannot instill virtue, moderation, and compassion in its individuals, evil and violence will grow among them. The killing of a child cannot be reduced to just an individual's crime. Jean-Paul Sartre's existentialist philosophy is important in this context. According to Sartre, individuals are responsible for their actions both for themselves and for the society they live in. The events that led to the child's death should be considered not only as the individual actions of the killers, but also as a reflection of society itself. In this context, as Sartre conceptualized, each individual has a sphere of freedom that influences the existence of others, and social structures can trigger violent behaviors. Freud's psychodynamic theory suggests that such violent acts may stem from unconscious conflicts. The individuals involved in this event may have resorted to violence due to repressed guilt, anger, or trauma in their unconscious. These kinds of violent behaviors, according to Freud, can be an outward expression of inner conflicts. Especially turmoil in family relationships can trigger emotional problems in the unconscious minds of individuals. In her concept of the banality of evil, Hannah Arendt argues that evil often arises not from individual consciousness, but from the systematic way ordinary people turn a blind eye to it. The killing of the child, the silence of those around him in the face of violence, or their attempts to cover up the crime, bring to mind Arendt's views on the banality of evil. In other words, evil is not only the responsibility of the perpetrator, but also of the social environment. The killing of a child exposes deep social and cultural secrets. Simone de Beauvoir's feminist philosophy emphasizes that family hierarchies and social gender roles lead to the victimization of women and children. The killing of an innocent child, beyond being an individual criminal act, is a tragedy that requires a deep questioning of the moral, sexual, and social structures in society. This event requires us to rethink both the limits of individual freedoms and the responsibilities of society. In the eyes of Nietzsche, such a tragedy is an indication of a society where individuals have lost their will to power, and weakness and fear prevail. The killing of the child reflects the loss of values and virtues in society. Nietzsche would consider such violence a consequence of the moral decay of individuals. From Kant's understanding of morality to Sartre's social responsibilities and Freud's unconscious conflicts, an analysis suggests that there may be deeper social and psychological reasons behind the killing of a defenseless child.